The heroes have fell Angus Core and the Merchants of Doom. However, Hobblet is down. Will the heroes be able to move on? Find out this week on Hapless Heroes.
More casts mirror image.
Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Enough about me though. Let's introduce our cast. Starting from my left, we have Zach as Parrot of Lincoln Woods and Pregnart.
I did it. I beat him. I did the thing.
To his left, we have John as both Lord Jarrell the Light and Dr. Dedue.
Is something happening back there?
To his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom and Tabi Ostermott.
Hello. It worked.
To his left, we have Mike as Lord, Captain, and maybe a couple other titles at this point. I stopped paying attention. Quinn Southwind.
I will protect you always with my team.
And also somewhere hiding in the back somewhere is Murphy Slaw. To his left.
I'm back here. Oh, God.
To his left, we have James as Hobblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
And the ever-truculent and taciturn Stenton Crossbreeze.
Let's do it.
And to his left, we have Massimo as both Chubbs and the gorgeous and mid-fall Morton Mack.
Not even a honk in that?
Honk.
The Doppler effect kind of distorts it a little bit. Also at our table, kind of hanging out with us, being a voice in the background and an inspiration to us all, is Phil, and as Hedrick the Entertainer.
Good evening to you, or morning, or afternoon.
So to set our scene, we've got a few things going on. There's some ins, some outs, some what have you. New shit has come to light. Not really. Mostly your enemies have fallen before you. Speaking of falling, Mort has attempted to stage dive out of the cupola and is about, 30 feet above the ground right now.
If Dedue has a second, he will cast Fly on Mort because he now likes Mort.
Well,
You have to touch more to do that.
And I also don't
how
want
far
you
is-
to
I'm
do
not
that.
entirely certain. We'll have to find out at what point Dedue has perceived Mort falling, because 9.8 comes up pretty quick.
All right, let's see if he even notices him.
Also before that, I see you've defeated a famous foe in honorable combat in front of everyone. It would be a good idea to perform a coup de grace.
What's happening? Who's talking?
I think
there's
that's
no
Clippy.
introduction to this at all.
It's Clippy.
Look,
Oh, is this
my voice work may be bad, but it isn't that bad.
I mean, I knew it was Clippy.
I had a feeling.
So the clip of annoyance has appeared.
The clip of annoyance is whispering murderous
him.
things into your ears.
Murder.
Perform a coup de grace.
Do it. Murder.
What's the save that I need to make again?
Intelligence.
Over 11?
Over 8.
Over 8.
Dude, wake Hobblet up.
You just don't,
I really kinda
don't
want you
crash
to
it
finish
into
it
the
off.
mountain.
It's just a raw roll?
It's intelligence. It's just it's an intelligence save, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So,
Intelligence save. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a 5.
Wake Hobblet up. Has this happened yet?
Wake Hobblet up.
No.
Okay, so good. We're going to hang on to that before you can execute that. Now we're going to move
Literally.
to... Yes. Because I want all the trains to hit each other at once.
Because this is someone
watched
that
a little too much.
Hobblet was supposed to kill.
Yes, I've watched a little bit too much Guy Ritchie lately, and I'm trying to really crash a bunch of things into each other. So
Very dark, Dave. I expect nothing less from you.
You're going to make the party hate each other.
and possibly make the general public hate the party.
Yeah, well, that hasn't happened already.
We'll see. But anyway,
Perception from Dedu?
Yeah, Dedu make that perception check.
3.
Starting the night out strong.
We are
everybody.
not
At least
Okay,
it was
good.
that one.
I like this.
So no, Dedu does not notice Mort stage diving.
Yeah.
From the platform.
The rest
60
of
feet in the
you,
air.
passive perception on everybody else who isn't falling from the ceiling.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna
This
lie, I
is
wouldn't
passive,
really care.
passive perception.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
14. Does anyone have over a 15?
No.
No.
Okay, not that you'd have been all that powerful to stop it in the first place. So, I want to give
We're gonna
this
have to
one.
revivify
I want to give
Mort.
this one a sporting chance.
He's also naked because like it's
Yeah.
just butter. He's
No,
covered
I'm covered in
Oh,
glued on
feathers.
feathers.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Correct.
You like
And the fern
leaves.
fern fleece.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. BDSM.
Yeah.
BDSM.
Okay, good. So, what does happen is a naked and face down Mort lands directly on a fully clothed and face down Angus Core, which cushions his fall and prevents Paradil from getting at him right away.
Okay.
Okay. All bets are on still then.
And now we should probably see what's going on with Hobblet
Hobblet?
the Smasher here.
He's down.
And I'm
He's
Jarrell
down.
would like
but-
to do a perception because if he notices that
Yes.
he's back there, he can go back and just heal him.
Yeah.
16. Yeah. Do I notice that there's a big fight going on like 100 feet in front of me?
Yes.
Okay.
As security, it would be your job to notice that sort of thing.
How far away are
Strong
they?
work.
Yeah. How far away are they?
We're going to call it about 50 yards. Let's call it 150 feet.
Okay. Well, let's see what I can do on the way over there. So I'm gonna walk 30 feet up and use aid. And that I got 3 creatures gain 5 plus 5 per spell level current HP.
Hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5. Nice. Okay.
Yep. So that will be 5,
Just a Hobblet?
10. Who else is right there? Paradil's right there.
Yep.
And I guess Mort if he took any damage.
I'm sure I did.
We are going to resolve Mort's damage in just a moment.
Okay.
Well, so then
I'm
definitely
close.
on more too.
Yeah.
I'm there. Hi.
So how many
Did you
HP?
even get hit? I can only
Yes!
put 3 people.
I'm down
there's
to 14.
There's 2 down and 1 standing over a dead body.
Mort's
And
good.
here's
Mort's
the
living,
priorities.
Mort's living his life.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I've
Possibly
lost,
soon to
I've
be
lost
dead body.
70 hit points.
Well, it's
Did you
too
really?
bad. Jarrell,
I did.
Well,
Jarrell didn't
see
notice.
you.
Yeah.
fuck off.
I was unscathed until I just decided to jump off of
You were.
the scaffolding.
You
so-
were.
Yeah.
How many do I
Don't
get
worry,
back?
You were,
about
you
me.
were unscathed. By the way, I was going to call it about 150 feet. It's 10. It's a 1d6 for every 10 feet you fall. So you would be suffering 49 damage.
Still
I'm going to
alive.
say 20 of that is transferred into Angus Core beneath you.
Angus Core has failed the death save.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's down a death save. And has the ignominy of having a naked man with feathers glued to him
I'm
laying
like
directly upon
And bird
mainly,
poop. There's also
I'm
bird poop.
mainly
And bird poop.
covered in feathers and bird poop and ferns. Like I'm not quite.
You've
that
got bird
naked.
poop on you too?
Well, if there's bird poop on somebody else, or
There's bird poop on
if
Angus. so it's
Dedu was
definitely-
doing anything, I was doing the same thing. So if
No,
Dedu
the
had-
dude was pooping on
was
other
pooping.
people.
And then
so-
you didn't poop on him.
Dedu
You killed
pooped on
it.
Angus, and then I just decided to belly flop.
Yeah,
Angus.
you more like metaphorically shat on him.
So I have shit all over me too.
Fantastic.
All right. So good. Hoblet, you've received the aid. You stand up, and now we're going to circle back around the table to a Paradil who has received the commandment from the clip to do murder to someone underneath one of your party members.
well, I guess
You failed to
I
save, so you
figure
have to
it's
do
a
that.
great
You
idea.
have to at least make a good faith attempt to do it.
It seems
except
like
that
y'all
one
are
of your
telling me
part-
what to do.
Well, the clip told you what to do, but remember, there's a party member in the way, so that throws a wrench into this whole thing.
But you can still murder him in other ways.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm gonna do is try to like deal a a finishing blow here.
Yeah.
A coup de grace, as you said.
Yes.
And
With no direct path to coup de grace him.
right. Well, I mean, I can just take my sword and slit his throat.
Well, Mort's on top of him, it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
His
So you
throat-
can make that attempt. I want to give the rest of the party an opportunity to notice and perhaps do
React?
something. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and just pass that one right to Hobblet.
All right. I have my swords sheathed.
Does
and I'm-
Jarrell notice? Hold on. Because Jarrell would try to help.
Dude,
Sorry.
we got a thing going on here.
We'll go. We'll get to you. You can try to stop me. Don't worry about it. You'll try. You'll try. You'll try to stop me.
You know what? This is one of those places where it's not combat, but I think I'd like to see initiative just to see how
Yes.
we're going to resolve
That
order
makes
here.
a lot
Okay.
of sense to me.
All right.
Because we're all just everyone's just jumping at the bit right
Yeah.
here.
Well, whether or not
Champing.
you murder a man.
Chomping.
champing at the bit.
Well, guess what? They're jumping at it too.
I've seen bits champed at, and I've seen him chomped at. You can do either.
I've also seen them chimped at.
It's definitely not jumped at. You definitely
No,
don't
no,
jump
no,
at the bit.
You might jump over it.
Okay. So let's go around
Inside
from
of the fucking horse's mouth? I don't think so.
So going around from the right. Mort, what
I
do you
did throw a natural 20 that is now modified to a 23.
Okay, so we're just going to put Mort right at the top of the order here. Probably best for everyone. James. Or, I'm sorry, Hobblet. What do you have?
15.
15. There's a Hobblet at 15. How about Quinn?
5.
Quinn
Good.
is a 5 all the way back here.
What was I gonna do?
Let's see. Felix, you're up here, right?
11.
11.
Good.
Okay. Let's
Less
see.
resistance. Jarrell.
Jarrell, and actually I need an NPC. So Jarrell, what do you have?
You're lucky. 14.
Jarrell has a 14 behind Hobblet. How do we
killing
want
this
to
fucker.
let's see. You know what? We're going to resolve Dedu with the same initiative then.
Oh, Dedu wouldn't be doing anything anyway.
Dedu wouldn't be doing anything?
No,
Okay.
He's flying around.
All right. How about Paradil? Where are you?
16.
A 16.
Shit kills you.
Boy,
Wow.
And you get to go first, right? You don't have a bad initiative?
Mort gets to go first.
Well, no. What's your...
No,
Oh,
it's
wait.
with
Oh,
my
I got...
initiative
You know
bonus,
what? I
it's
forget.
16.
It doesn't matter. I forgot because I actually rolled a 16.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that's why I was like, oh, we tied. No, we
you
didn't tie.
I rolled a 15.
My minus 1.
It's not about the die, it's about the modifier.
Correct.
Okay. So, Mort, you see these things happening. What's your reaction to all this going on?
Mort casts mirror image.
Show's over, folks.
What a twist.
One of these days, I'm actually going to use mine and use it correctly in the best possible way possible.
I'm sorry, is he
And,
not using it the correct
I'm
way?
not sure that
it's
Mort
just-
is using it
and it's-
incorrectly. It's hilarious every
Listen,
time.
So hilarious. Yes, it is.
And-
Yes, it is hilarious.
We'll notice Mort didn't stand up, so there are now 4 or 5 face down Morts
Spread out equidistant
spread
from the
out
floor.
above the floor. Some of them hovering about 6 to 8 inches above the floor,
Now it's
depending
good.
on how much booty Angus Core has.
This may be TMI, maybe not, but spellcasters can use their spells however they want. When
Correct.
Hobblet takes a bath, at the end of the bath, he casts Walk on Water. He rises the fuck out of the dirt and he walks out of the bathtub. Is it necessary? No, but he can do it, so he's gonna do it. I love you, Morton. You keep casting mirror image, brother.
And
you be you.
and I'm going to use Quicken Spell to cast Mage Hand to try to restrain Paradil.
It was Mage Hand?
Why?
to hold him back,
Oh, okay.
murdering
Yeah.
It's a
Angus Core.
doesn't it only hold
the
30
mage hand,
pounds?
which can only do about 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Oh,
Offers
Is just like a hamburger helper hand
Actually,
waving in his face.
token resistance.
Actually, wait 1 second. Because if you take a look at what Quicken Spell does say, it says if the spell has casting time of 1 action, it does not necessarily mean just a cantrip. Can I use that for another level
You can
spell?
only do one cast a spell action per turn.
Yeah.
If you cast another spell, it has to be a cantrip.
Yep.
So you played that the best way you could, I
Rats.
think. Yeah.
Agreed. So I'm just going to slap Paradil in the face pretty much with
Mage hand.
with Mage Hand and hope it like smacks sense into him.
Let's let Dave roll on that one. Yep.
You know what?
I love it. I do love it a lot. I mean, it's great. Can you just
What
just
would-
picture the hand? You know?
Oh wait, and there should be 4 hands. If there's 4 morts, there should be 4 hands succeedingly slapping him in the face.
line up in a row, but
Well, okay, yeah.
Rule of cool.
Does
Yeah.
mirror image? Wait, but does mirror image?
It's an illusion.
Rule of cool.
it's an illusion. And it
You
wouldn't
can actually attack.
I
Yeah,
like
it's not going to hurt you.
I like rule
Right.
of cool on that one.
The first one will hurt you.
What I want to ask is,
It just looks like it.
Paradil in his right mind, what would he want to be doing right now?
If you were not being compelled by the clip.
Or slapped by 4 hamburger helper hands.
In all honesty, I completely forget why I wanted to keep Angus Core alive.
Just we're in the middle of a crowd.
I mean, I'm just,
Yeah,
Murder in public.
public murder is usually
murder of one
considered
of-
a bad look.
Murder of one of the most famous or infamous people in the world
We
in
already
public.
killed 2 of them.
in the middle of a concert. Because the concert's still happening. We're in like the 4th or 5th song.
Right.
right.
Yeah. Do you really want to turn this into the Altamont Free concert here?
Well, I mean, in my right mind, I was keeping him alive for a reason. I think.
Okay.
If it was like reward or just to like get
Yeah.
further information out of him. Or
Good.
Something.
The quintuple slap is going to confer you a recheck on that intelligence save.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, so it's going to knock some sense into you?
Yes,
Potentially.
literally.
Potentially.
20.
yeah, baby.
All right. He knocked some sense into you. There's no murders, but there was good tension. That's what I was looking
Can I
for.
just say the irony of that?
That Mort
me-
knocked sense into
Correct.
one of us.
I slapped sense into another character on this show.
Yeah, we'll let that one simmer. I
just
think
have
that
to-
a lot of us are going to need some time to process that.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
even some therapy. I have no idea.
that might be the first and only time that happens.
Also, let me put it out there that if you slap me after Clippy appears, it apparently helps me double check whether or not
That's what you're telling us. Is giving us
Future
permission to slap
reference.
you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
all of us.
precedent has been set.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Noted.
true.
We can prevent him.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that perspective.
Yeah,
Prepare yourself.
good. I like this.
it's not going to be my action. I can't prepare anything.
I think what he's saying is we need to prepare ourselves.
What I'm trying to suggest is fucking listen to what's happening. I've been screwed over by this thing several times so far.
Yeah, I know, but like a
And
lot
now
of
we've
people,
come up with a way for you to be unscrewed by
a lot
it.
of people
right?
have just kind of assumed it was your problem. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where we're at with this.
Yeah, that and this
I
is.
can tell.
I think this is a pretty public working of this that should hopefully
Yeah.
cast some light upon it for the rest of you dopes.
He called us dopes. Did you know that?
Why?
We're dopes.
I'm the DM. I'll call
I'm
you
a
what I
negative
want.
1 intelligence. He's right.
Yeah.
Call a spade, man.
But anyway, Paradil, since you only made a check, I don't believe that's an action.
It is, but it was a save. So it's up to
Yeah,
you.
that was a compelled action. That wasn't your action. Do you have an actual action you'd like to perform on your initiative here?
I have no idea. I don't,
You're still standing on
Yeah,
Angus.
I'm
Core.
still standing on him.
Yeah, in the victory pose.
Yeah. You are, by the way, getting raucous applause from the crowd.
Uh-oh. Was Peridot ready for fame? Is Quinn...
I just put away all my weapons and I give a nice tightening tug on my sweet headband.
Please tell me at least one person throws him a rose.
Or panties.
Or a bra.
Yeah, actually, those were what I was thinking. And let's see.
All
on
three?
on a 1 or 2, it's, you know what? Heads, it's a rose. Tails, it's undergarments.
I like those odds.
But he gets something.
It's a win-win.
It's a rose.
Nice.
Classy,
You bite it?
classy.
Yeah,
Acceptable.
I hold it betwixt my teeth.
Yes.
Yes.
You've done that before.
Now, my real question is, had it been undergarments, would you have done the same thing?
I would have checked the size.
That's pragmatism right there.
We also have not specified what type of undergarments.
And if
At all.
That's a
they
good point.
fit me,
Size.
I would stow them away for later.
Fair.
I respect that answer.
All right.
All right. So, Hobblet, what do you got going on right now?
Oh boy.
Another person who isn't compelled who wants to murder this guy.
And is now alive and is getting his dice out.
Yeah, and is kind of pissed.
Fuck.
So,
feel like we want him
Yeah, we're
alive.
just gonna make it through this kind
Yeah.
of chunk here and then call
Yeah.
it a thing.
I feel like we want him alive.
But does the DM want him alive?
How?
The DM doesn't have a want here.
So I'm there, right?
Yes.
Like I'm
now
within
awake.
range.
You're not only within range, you're also mentally there. You're with it.
So I was down before he was killed, correct?
The exact
Yes.
moment.
Yes. So
He took you out with him,
Yeah.
right.
if I recall.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that final attack thing.
So I'm not 100%. I wasn't 100% sure he was dead.
No.
Or down at least.
But
when I-
Derdo was landing the killing blow. Well, the finishing blow, I should say.
Yes,
So-
by grabbing him on the ankle with the whip, yanking his
Yes.
feet out from under him, and putting him face first into
You
the
know,
floor.
we need to get this man a magical whip. Is like kind of what I'm hearing right now.
So Hoblet's going to walk over to Paradil standing on his back.
Yeah. And Mort's on his face.
Oh yeah, because remember, Mort is also face down atop him.
Many more.
4 of more.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's going to take Trixie off of his back, slam her down on the ground right next to his head. You are mine to kill, but not like this. He's going to take a healing potion out of his bag.
What?
He's
Nice.
going to take 2 hits of the 3 hits of acid that he has remaining. He's going to drop the 2 hits into the healing potion.
The remaining ones you got. Okay.
The remaining one, I still have 1 in my pouch. 2 hits of acid in the healing potion. Okay.
Mix it up.
Mort is getting pushed off. If I need to do a strength check, I'll do it. But
I
would
am
just,
sure
wanna
that you
throw
push you.
yeah.
I'm sure you do that.
But which Mort?
the
one
one
that's
that's on top of.
I'm wondering if it's funnier to have the Morts spread out or all stacked upon each other.
I'm envisioning they're on top. Of
I
each
imagine
Yeah.
it was more like a human pyramid.
Yeah.
Under a pile of Morts.
Yeah.
And actually, is he still covered in butter?
Yeah.
Mort?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Oh,
and feathers
And feathers, though.
and ferns
And ferns.
and shit.
So I'm. Would you like me to roll, or can I just push him off?
If he's not going to put up any resistance to it, then
Okay.
you can just push him off.
Okay. But this is how it's going to go down, friendo. I am then going to proceed to take all of his clothes off. Armor.
Now it's a
weapons,
concert.
Sounds like
everything.
something I would do.
Yep. I'm going to feed him the healing potion,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to end my turn.
Well then,
I'm not going to fight him. We
No. You still have the dimensional shackles.
He said it. He said it.
No, I need to take those with me. No, he's not.
Oh.
I can't because we're going to let him go. We're not keeping him with us.
What?
And I like the shackles too much. I want to fight him again.
Well, also,
I want to fight him
he
again.
has
He's
kind of
imprisoned
given him
until
a
you release
mortal insult in that he's now going to be walking around out of his brains on acid in the middle of a concert looking like
Right.
an asshole.
Right.
naked.
This
And
is
we'll-
now. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is really good.
So I came to that conclusion because while my hatred for my foes is blind and unreasoning, I am also not a psychopath. And
That's
I wouldn't
very true.
just kill someone while they're down.
No,
You
you're
would
a
just take
psychopath.
their clothes
want-
off and
and
give them
you would do
acid
that.
and send them back into the party.
So I would have been. I know that Jarrell would have fought me on it, and it's
yeah.
even though he's on my list of people to kill, it's a list of people to kill. It's not like he's on my list. So we'll get him. We'll get him. But for now,
You could bring him back to the dwarves
Oh
in
my
the
God.
dimensional
Stand
shackle.
trial in front of all the dwarves that he's
That's
scorned?
pretty epic. Naked,
Oh my God.
covered in bird shit.
We'll see. Right now, we're not quite
Okay.
done with that.
Sure.
In fact,
Ooh, the implication. The implication.
Oh well, you brought
is-
him back to life. God damn it!
he now has 1 HP.
He has
is
agency.
also naked and out of his brains. So agency is in air quotes there. Like anyway, Jarrell, we're on to you.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything going on now?
Well, I think Jarrell would just look at Hobblet. I guess I will lay hands on him. How much health do you need still? Because I have 55 here.
I mean, I'd take it all. I mean, if you don't have to, we're not fighting again, so I just need a long rest to get back to good.
Cool. Where are you, Quinn? I know you want me to heal you.
Mike has been waving his hands to
This is so
Pay
great.
attention to me. Pay attention to me.
I'm with 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
So where's Quinn?
Right there.
Right. Okay. So then I'm going to lay hands on Hobblet and turn the tide, and that means that you all get 4 health.
Great.
And Hobblet gets like
55. 59.
Yeah. And I mean, then he'll say, "So what are we doing with him?"
Hey, can I just offer something?
Of course, Felix. You have a plan?
Yes, and we'll just ease it. Jarrell, don't you have any other actions that you were taking here?
I did healing. Like I did
Just
two,
the healing?
2 healing moves.
Okay. All right, good. So we're at the end of that, and that transitions us right into Felix's action here.
So, okay, you probably can't even hear me yelling because the music is still happening. So I'm just like, I'm probably flailing up there for really no one to see. I'm definitely not as graceful as Paradil, but I'd like to try to zip line down so that I can be a part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
So I'm still in the crow's nest.
Let's see. Yeah, if Paradil was able to zip line down, I imagine that you can also figure out how to zip line down. Make me the most basic of acrobatics checks here.
Cool. I can do that. I might not be able to do that because that's an 8.
That's an 8. It's not graceful, but you make it down. Like I was fishing for nat ones here.
Wow.
Like you don't quite stick the landing, but you don't stick your face into the ground. So it's a push.
I make my best effort to maintain my composure.
Yeah.
Like I said, my best effort.
Yeah.
And just look at the group, be like, hey, I bet you there's a lot of bounties on his head alive. Or, I'm sorry, I should probably be shouting because it's a concert.
Hey, so guys, I
Come to
think
think
he's
of it-
worth a lot of money. We should probably move this out of here.
Come to think of it, that's why I wanted to keep him alive. I knew there was a reason that
Yeah.
made sense.
So why don't we just can you hear me? Can you even hear me? Can we get him outside?
Anything else you're doing? Any other?
No, I really wanted
actions?
I think the action was really me ziplining down just so I can talk to these idiots. I mean, my friends.
Not mutually exclusive.
Right.
I feel like if you'd be willing here, because I just gave him the potion,
Yeah.
I don't know that this is the worst plan ever that Felix has had. So if it fits in with the narrative, Hobblet would kind of start to walk him with Felix towards a quieter area because I'm right next to him.
That's fine. He's very susceptible to your
damn right he is.
suggestions right now.
Yep.
Wait, so I'm confused. Did you actually like my plan, or are you pretending like this is the worst plan you've ever heard?
I think that the first part of what you're forming as a plan is not the worst idea that you have ever had.
Holy shit.
He's
All
saying
right,
it's a good
so
plan.
before this plan really gets into the offing, Quinn, what are you doing right now?
Waving to my adoring fans.
Oh my god.
They're clapping for Paradil. Not sure if you noticed.
He didn't notice.
He's constitutionally incapable of noticing this.
They still recognize that I am also there.
As a reaction, can I just throw a wink and a finger gun at Paradil because I know he's the true hero here?
I return the finger gun and the wink.
As a reaction.
Left eye or right eye?
Wait, is this like the Spider-Man meme?
Left eye wink.
Okay. Appreciate that.
But also,
R.I.P.
deep down, Paradil knows that Quinn has made. I mean, Paradil has read the things that Quinn has written,
Oh yeah.
and they're good.
Yeah.
There's no denying.
I mean,
Every
my writing
Reddit
is
person
amazing.
within a time zone of here has read what Quinn has written now.
I'm just still salty about the secretary thing.
His fame is deserved.
This
all
is
right?
but this is personal.
Yeah.
So it's like
Ish.
we could just
It's
move on.
also all a lie.
We could just move on. What's
Yeah.
all a lie.
It's mainly
There's
a
some
lie.
embellishment, but
There's
it's
a lot of allegedlys in there, but
Lying. It's a lot of lying.
Paradil is pragmatic. He knows the use and
Yes.
the purpose of fiction
He knows.
and historical fiction and embellishing tales of adventure.
Yeah, what he said.
Deep down, Quinn knows that Quinn would not be Quinn without Felix.
I'm still gonna just keep my back to you for a little bit, if you don't mind. Mike.
Deep down, he knows that.
For those of you listening along at home, Francesco's taking the 5-year-old stance of turning his back to Mike. He's literally sitting here, even though you guys can't tell, he's got his back right to Mike, who's sitting right next to him. And now,
very uncomfortable.
back to your previously scheduled podcast.
Listen, I can see the people who are important.
I am going to.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I love you guys.
Wow. You're directing that at Phil too. He hasn't said or done shit to you to deserve that.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm really sorry, guys.
Such sass.
So what are you doing something else?
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cure my own wounds. Apparently,
Cool. I gave you like 10 to 14.
you gave me 4.
But he's gonna touch himself to top things off.
you
You know?
gave me 4.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. But it wasn't 14.
No,
I started at
definitely
14.
wasn't the 70 I gave to Hobblet.
I'm gonna.
Muchas gracias, mi amigo.
I'm gonna cast that as a 3rd level spell.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
Third
you
level
got 3rd level spell slots?
I have 4th level spell slot. Spell slot.
I remember that. I remember
Slot.
6 levels ago when I,
I
got
remember
4th
my
level.
first spell slot.
13 plus 9. 19.
19 HP.
All right. So everyone's
And
relatively
I follow them.
yeah. So you're kind of not even really frog marching, just sort of gently guiding a very susceptible Angus core who has been stripped and is now hanging brain in front of everyone.
I would
off
say
to the side.
that I'm cop escorting him, if that makes any sense to the crowd.
Like you got your arm like through his
Well,
arm.
yeah, he might be getting shoved.
Yeah,
He might be
Jarrell's
getting-
got him too. Like this is
get him
security
up.
for Jarrell.
Right, like yeah. He caused a ruckus. We put him the fuck down. Now we're about to take him the fuck out.
Just acting like this is just a normal security event.
Right.
We're just
Right.
you know, this dude disrupted this concert. He's out of here.
if there are poles or door frames, his face is probably getting smashed into them. on
Jarrell's
accident.
not letting that happen. He can tell that Hoblet's pulling him towards all the door frames.
Thank you
Strength
for
check.
not allowing Hoblet to deny this man his civil
Do you want
liberties.
a strength check to see if you can run him into some poles on
Sure,
the way
you know what?
out?
Let's make this a strength contest.
Kinda
Here we
do.
go.
Kinda do.
Oh, God,
Dude,
all
roll
right.
it in the thing. It's a roll off.
Sure.
2 dice enter.
Oh,
1
my
die
God.
leaves.
Yeah, you got me.
Well, you tried.
So as we're walking out, Hoblet pulls Angus away from Jarrell into one of the poles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give him a nice shiner.
Blam.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't a 5. That was an 18. Sorry.
Well,
23.
you still said it, and I still did it.
No, it was a 2 before you picked
It was?
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's what I thought.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, when did the 15 happen?
I saw it, people.
No, good.
All
So
right.
I couldn't see it
So
from all the
you,
way
so
back
you guys are just kind of getting towards the back of the hall. The music is still playing. It's rocking. You know, we're still near the beginning of the set.
Yeah.
Pregnart is shaking his groove thing up there on stage, rocking out like he means it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
He's an incredible performer.
You
Damn
would believe
straight.
it. You should believe it. We all believe it. Dr. Dedu, what's he up to?
He's literally now perched where they broke the window.
Yeah.
He's sitting up there watching the rest of the concert.
Fantastic. He's got a
Also-
nice breeze coming in from behind. He's really
perfect.
enjoying the night.
Also, I feel like it should be said that everybody on stage right now is an incredible performer to just sustain during this incredible battle royale.
well, that took like
Also,
all of 6 to
this-
12 seconds.
There was some of that. Also, the stage lights are in your face, so it's a little hard to see what's going on out there
Right.
I don't know.
under the lights, as it were.
Still,
I don't know. I've never played in a band. I've never been on.
I
stage.
feel like
I
the
don't know.
I feel like the mood in the room must have shifted a great deal.
I mean, would Frankie Wild and Pregnart even care?
I don't know.
If they're in
That's
the
what I'm
middle,
saying.
if they're
I'm-
mid performance and they're rocking out.
What I'm
guys-
saying is they must have been very just immersed in their vibe.
Oh, sure.
Listen, guys, this is the one night only performance of Frankie Wild and the Wild Bunch, minus Frankie Wild, with special guest Frankie Wild featuring Pregnart.
Right.
Yeah, this is
The show
this-
must go on.
Like, regardless of what happens in the world, tonight is going to be talked about for a generation.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one of those concerts you don't miss. This is like Guns N' Roses and Metallica in Montreal.
So I have.
This is actually a lot like Guns N' Roses and Metallica in Montreal.
Sounds exactly like what it should be.
Yeah.
So I have an idea.
All right.
We're taking him back.
We're taking them outside.
You guys are kind of marching
Okay,
toward the
out
back,
back,
but
yeah,
I want
out
to
back.
kind of cover what all of our ancillary characters are doing here too.
Yeah,
At
so
least
we can-
until I can get everyone to the airship, and then we can make more sense of it. I don't want to leave anyone behind.
It makes sense.
So Pregnard is accounted for. Dedu is accounted for. How about Tabi? He was in the crowd. But
Yeah,
he wasn't there.
He was an active bystander.
Okay.
Is what he was. He was observing the entire situation, not wanting to get involved because, to see some of his old friends for the first time in a long time
Yeah.
is obviously like he didn't want to do it in the middle of a fight because he saw just how dangerous and crazy that whole situation was. And he was trying to wait for an opportunity. Didn't even need it. Didn't even need it. He's going to now go outside. This is his chance to maybe catch up, find his place, be with his people.
Okay, so he's going to catch up to the party as
He's
this goes on.
he's still gonna quietly make his way through the crowd. He doesn't really want to make introductions until it's less noisy.
Fantastic. That sounds very much like Tabi. How about Murph Eastlaw? What's he up to?
So Murph is standing kind of like backstage, but has been watching everything happen, and he's just in complete awe of his heroes. Like he was watching Quinn first, but then he saw Paradil coming down and like just rocking it out. And so I think he's starting to really like realize like why he's part of this team is like each and every one of these guys are total idols to him. So he is now starting to really like want to work with each and every one of these amazing people.
I'm so glad it's the polar opposite of Quinn.
No.
Oh, is your back turned?
Wait a minute. It is, in reality, it is Quinn just creating a fanboy.
Yeah, he is.
right.
But at least
Well,
he's nice.
but I'm,
Right, that's
but
exactly.
I'm pulling back the Quinn fandom and making it more hapless heroes.
Hokov.
Yeah,
fandom.
it's
Heroes of
understandable.
Vesh fandom.
That Quinn will inevitably steal.
I have a plan.
He's a Brokov.
Character. I have a character plan.
Excuse me?
I have a
Our
character.
fans are called. Our fans are now
I
called
am metagaming my two characters.
Brokovs.
But, yep.
Well, that's the
heroes
boy
and the
fans.
bros.
That's the boy fans.
The bro cars.
Right. The Brokovs.
Right here, under the wing.
That's fantastic. How about Stenton Crossbreeze? What's he got going on here?
He's maintaining fucking security. That's what he's here for.
You mean
got
the
a
one
job
person
to
who's
do.
literally doing their fucking job?
Exactly. Everyone ran away. Stenton is literally standing by himself, maintaining fucking security.
He's doing
And
a great
honestly,
job.
Stenton,
Amazing.
being built like the brick shithouse that he is doing
Right.
an admirable job of holding a gigantic crowd back.
Well,
on
when
his
someone
own.
is staring at essentially the barbarian version of Jaws from James Bond, I think that no one's gonna fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
And he has his wired shut jaw
Right.
exposed.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
yeah,
It's not the same
mean,
Jaws, right?
the crowd might be able to take
James
him,
Bond didn't
but
fight the
nobody wants to be
I
the
thought there was a
first.
shark in that movie.
Wrong Jaws.
There was.
Okay.
He killed that one too.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what Stenton Crossbreeze is doing if you ask me what Chubbs is currently doing.
All right, so what is Chubbs currently doing? Because we were going to get there anyway.
Well, as everyone knows, Chubbs has an issue with loud noises.
Absolutely.
He has been standing stage right to a loud rock concert, and it's triggering some things that he didn't want to remember. So, as that's going on, he pretty much just panicked in a fit of rage and just started like bull rushing everyone in the crowd, like starting his own mosh pit. So right now, I'm thinking that Stenton is carrying Chubbs out, probably out of the venue
You know what?
and kicking him out.
The exact opposite's going on because the crowd is now focused on you, so they're staying off the stage. So I'm letting it happen.
Yeah.
So
Stanton is totally
yeah,
letting you
Chubbs
just
is moshing.
The mosh pit in the back
Violently.
ended. So
Yes.
now someone started one in the front.
front.
Correct.
You always let
Right.
one mosh pit go on because that becomes the focal point for all the troublemakers.
yes.
So Chubbs is just like throwing out. He's doing that weird windmill things that the
crowd
post-hardcore
killing.
kids do, and just he's going
Like
nuts.
spin kicks and all.
Everything.
I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's focus back to our main party, who are frog marching Angus Core, completely ignoring the rest of the Merchants of Doom, just laying there
Oh
face
shit! Some
down
of
on
them
the
are
ground.
also unconscious.
And dead.
I mean, I forgot I killed one of them and took their soul, which I still have.
Yeah, one of them is dead.
Yeah.
Like the kind you don't come back from.
Dead.
But since it was less obvious, since you can't really see a soul being removed in the middle of a rock concert.
And I killed her.
I mean, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I
well, you
said-
killed her,
I
but he
said-
kind of made it
Just saying.
stick.
I said we killed her.
You said I
I
killed
took her
her.
soul. I don't know.
just saying.
I heard we.
I'm just letting you know.
The recording will prove the truth.
I was the one that killed her.
Wait, who took? You put her into death saves, but I think his soul removal took her out of death
Oh,
saves.
that's fine. Fair. Just saying.
Yeah.
We got Stenton and
Regardless.
Chubbs back there. They're
Yeah.
monitoring the
Shit's
situation.
under control.
Just real quickly, because I do want to keep things moving along here. So we're just going to kind of leave them there. Or are we going to be dragging their forms along as well?
I mean, they can converge with us after
Right.
we resolve.
Also, I trust Stenton I trust Stenton to handle the situation. And Pregnart's still there too.
Tobby.
He's
No, Tommy's going
basically
to the
been
heroes.
handling the situation since you all left.
I know.
Like,
I have full
6 months
confidence.
ago.
Full
Now,
confidence in him.
Does this situation have any abs?
a lot of them.
Nice.
12 side abs. dude.
Defined.
Side abs.
I heard Kylo Ren has a 12-pack.
I didn't mean to take this into Jersey Shore. I'm sorry.
It went there.
All right. So the party is taking Angus Core out. And by the door, the party encounters an immaculately well-dressed man. Hey, kids, it's Arion Black. All right, good. Wow. We got that edited in, and now we're a little...
Was
Terrible. I love it. I think
but I love
None of
it.
us started at the right time.
awful is what we do. So, Hobblet, bring your charge there and come walk with me. I have great work for you to do.
Because he's naked, I'm going to turn quickly to Mort. Hey, Mort, you still have that burlap sack?
Moore pulls out the burlap sack. Yeah, buddy, what's going on?
Mind if I use it for this clown for a moment? Don't want his package hanging out.
Okay, so the shit-covered, feather-covered, fern-covered Mort hands Hobblet a equally gross knapsack, burlap sack thing out of my pack.
The burlap sack goes on Angus Core. The interdimensional shackles go on Angus Core. And I start walking.
Arion Black, Hobblet, and Angus Core head off. It's implied they're heading off towards the Grey Citadel.
Okay.
What about Stenton?
So,
Stenton Crossbreeze is maintaining order.
He's going to... Hoblet's going to shove Angus Core towards Mr. Black and turn to the party quick.
Do it.
Gentlemen, I'm going to rally some troops. Continue to fight on in my stead. And, don't do anything Hobblet wouldn't do.
that's not really a lot of things, man.
I mean,
Stay safe, friendos. I shall find you again.
I'm sure you will.
Jarrell clinks his sword to his shield.
After the two dwarves start on their way, Arion Black breaks off and heads back toward the party. So, gentlemen, did I miss anything?
You missed quite a bit.
Did I now? Do tell.
Well, we pretty much defeated Angus Core. Where have you been? It's been like 3 months at least. We rebuilt your airship.
I knew you'd come back.
No, you rebuilt your airship. Remember, that was payment for services rendered.
Did you
Not
pay
mine.
for it?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Jarrell backs up.
Yeah, man. That's,
And right now, the previous owners of the airship are indisposed anyway.
Of course.
It would be criminal not to use it to defend the world, am I wrong?
no, you're absolutely correct. Yes, that is exactly what we intend to do with it.
Also, there'd probably be some prattle about the ship of Theseus and whether or not it's the same airship anyway, but that's all truly academic. But you do remember the fact that, I was in that airship crash, right?
Yes, it's hard to forget, even after a month-long coma.
Yeah.
As it turns out, immortals, like I've been drafted into being, generally don't need to heal all that much. We're not as good at it anymore, especially at my age. It's a little harder to get out of bed. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a little harder to contact divinity at this point.
Yes, it's been a long time since I heard from Verlin.
The same goes for just about everyone, and it also made it impossible for me to get back to the sort of place where I could recover. I had to do it the hard way. It was excruciatingly painful.
What is going on up there?
That's a great question. I don't really have a great answer because I have no connection to that side at this point. The path is closed. I don't know why, but whatever happened in Tarantis there has put extra obstacles in between us and the divine, as it were.
Oh, that's great.
Do you know what those obstacles are?
If I did, I think I'd have said something a little more specific than obstacles.
Well, that's also how you
It's
talk
kinda hard to
half
say
the
because
time.
yeah, you're pretty cryptic, man.
Yeah, because that's in your character. Just be completely transparent.
I do what I can.
Yeah, okay.
See, even that is just like incredibly vague.
To be specific, I was prevented from being more specific.
But
I
isn't that
literally
always the
did
case?
what I can.
That is a moot point. That's just a part of your character, just being completely fucking opaque, man.
Well,
Also, kind of in your
I
name.
mean, I didn't say that it didn't amuse me.
I mean, okay. Well,
All right. Full
But
circle.
anyway, I hear you've got a delightful airship back.
yeah, we were kind of planning on using it after this whole concert situation.
A concert?
It's
you
still
don't
going.
Hear
Go-
the music
go
inside
ahead.
the building here?
I couldn't have missed it for the world.
God, I hate that laugh.
Are you a fan of Frankie Wild too?
I'm a fan of gatherings.
I think he's more a fan of Pregnart. I think he's silently
right.
and
Have
remotely
you
watched his career from
I
afar.
think you're right.
Have you seen Pregnart?
Yeah. Yeah.
The man's work is. I'm sorry.
I'm
the
not so
frog's
sure I'm a
work is.
fan.
The frog man's.
He's struggling.
His work is sublime.
The amphibian, amphibian.
Amphibia person.
I can. And it's only.
As an aside, are you talking about his stagecraft or his chefery?
Ooh,
All of it.
Yes.
I forgot about
Wow.
his cheffery.
Okay.
Is that a word?
I have legitimately never met
know.
anyone like it.
Like in
It's a him.
whatever it is.
It at least was a him. I don't know how he reproduces now.
I just think I like keeping. I want to add more ambiguity to this. That's all I'm doing is just using every different pronoun I can.
he reproduces by budding, so I don't know what you would.
I don't think Pregnart does not have any preferred pronouns. He'll just answer to everything.
He is pregnant.
But he is pretty, non-binary.
Yeah.
In his
Good thing
his
we
identity.
clarified.
Well, we'll
that for the frog
definitely
person.
keep
Yeah,
saying
a little
him,
less
his,
gender
and
fluid
he.
and a little more gender slimy.
I'm thinking
as frogs are.
That's it. That's it.
Frim and Frem.
Okay.
Frizz.
Frim and fur.
We've
Frim and
already
Frizz.
we've already landed at gender slimy, and I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
Gender slimy.
That sounds
Yeah.
sexual.
I like gender gooey.
Gender gooey.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, I mean, it's your character. So.
Yeah, he would be the authority on that.
Pregnart
So-
is gender gooey.
That's glorious.
I feel like we need to make a note of this.
And I feel like you need to provide a definition of that along with that note.
No.
It's a
No,
later-
Gender
at a
no.
later
fluid, but
point.
Pregnart's
No.
version.
No, get woke, son.
I'm woke.
You can't just ask people to define their terms.
It's also tough to just make up a word and then we're just going with it.
And that's their prerogative, dude.
Sure. I'm going to lose this argument.
Yes, you are.
You are.
Yeah.
We're all just gonna feel like losers at the end of it anyway. it's gonna be
we
great.
are a bunch of losers. It's kind of like,
But
in the best way possible.
anyway, I'm excited to go see this new airship. Shall we?
So you're okay. Cool. Yeah, let's.
I'll
do that.
catch See, here's the thing about dwarves. They only move at a certain speed.
But you're just gonna leave Hobblet alone with this guy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to back you into a corner.
No,
but
and he smirks and shrugs.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's where we're leaving things. Good. Big question mark. Just
I
put
mean-
it right there.
What's he gonna do? Kill him? Just because I can't access my patron doesn't mean I still don't have her gifts.
Okay. All
And,
right,
you know,
I can accept
anything he chooses to do is still under my domain.
that. That's assuring. Thank you. That's really actually all I needed
Yeah.
to hear. Why don't you come and see what we've done with the place?
Absolutely. Lead the way, gentlemen.
Quinn just kind of gives Felix just like a little like I don't know look, like knowing look, like
Like what?
yeah,
That look.
that, just that. That's all.
Listen, I know who he works. He's fine. He's cool, man. He's not evil.
Okay.
He's not.
He might be.
He isn't.
It's
He
been,
technically
it's been
isn't.
determined that he isn't.
Right. He's okay.
He has taken on the alignment of his patron,
Yeah.
who is not evil.
Right.
And he's all right. I like him.
Anyway, so here we are. I suppose the party is heading along towards an airship.
We are. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess like we'll
So-
let the concert wrap up. Like
Yeah.
we'll get people, but we should probably just I think we've done our job. Stenton's got the rest
yeah.
of it.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
leave Stenton in the
And Chubbs
very, very
And Frankie.
ornery Chubbs
and Frankie.
to just
And-
figure
and-
out what's
and
happening with
Pregnard?
Frankie
Didu,
Wild and
Didu and
Pregnard.
Pregnard have never been to the airship. Which one of those characters has been to the airship before?
None of them have been to the airship.
None. The answer is none.
Great.
Oh, don't mind them. I'll have them sent for.
Oh, see, look at that. He's a problem solver. Look at this guy. He's solving problems left and right.
I don't know if Chubbs makes it out of there alive, but we'll see.
Arion Black promptly turns into a raven and sort of flies a couple of circles overhead.
Cool. That's
In his voice, still out of the beak. Well, lead the way.
Nice move.
I will,
That's a power move right
I
there.
will go right to the front of the pack and begin marching everyone towards the airship.
As
All
as we're walking, Hans, Franz, and Manservant join us.
They just show up finally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, where have they been?
Does-
Wandering.
Wandering.
Pay
He
him
fell
to
into a
wander?
hole.
Whatever.
Wandering the
weird
city. It's a
plot
city
shaped hole.
walking montage.
Does Manservant still have your chest of things?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask him, like, buddy, you think I can get in there and borrow some clothes?
You got him in trouble last time, so he's gonna keep walking.
You did.
I'm covered in shit.
Yeah. You should have thought about that months ago.
Before you piss them off.
Well, I'm gonna tell Manservant that he's a bone-headed jerk, and I hate him.
Out of his back pocket, you can see, what was it, a duck that you'd given him? Like
Oh yeah,
months
I did
prior.
give him a duck.
He's still carrying your duck.
Okay,
Oh, you asshole. You asshole.
and I'm gonna say kind of.
When you notice the duck.
You know what I mean?
Just to backpedal.
Yeah, to backpedal a little bit.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
carrying your dock.
That's kind of sweet.
So, the world's most famous heroes at this point.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I kind of haven't even taken stock of that situation.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
completely forgotten.
Like,
Shut your mouth. You have not.
you've just defeated the world's most famous heroes. You literally took the championship belt right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, there may have been some debate. There's no longer any debate. So, the world's most famous heroes are walking back to the airship in various states of disarray and with a raven. Arriving back at the airship, the Omega Project is in a buzz. People are zipping back and forth, sometimes on zip lines, sometimes just running. You know, finding other ways of getting to and fro and about. It's a flurry of activity as the airship is almost ready to depart.
Are there hoverboards? Like real ones, not the wheels ones?
There are a couple of magical hovering devices that people use to access the outsides of the ship to be able to do things.
Nice.
Turns out it's much easier than scaffolding.
Dope.
As we get to the airship, I'm going to then turn to Mr. Black and then look at Jarrell and be like, I'm going to let Jarrell give you the quick tour aboard. I just need to wrap something up down here real quick.
But of course, the bird says very urbanely.
Follow me, I suppose.
Nevermore. Sorry.
Now, I would say that Jarrell probably hasn't seen much of the airship. So what does it look like? Like, not as completed because it hasn't been that long.
So it is probably the size of a naval galleon. Like, it is a big boat.
It's like 100 feet bigger.
Yeah, I would say
bigger.
probably 100 to 150 feet long. It looks almost nothing like the original airship, as it was pretty much destroyed.
Does
there
it
were a
look-
few key components that were recycled.
Does it look like a boat now?
Yes,
Okay.
it looks like a boat.
With
It
a big
is
gas bag.
big, made of. Yeah, it really does look so like
a blimp.
like the stereotypical Zeppelin of
Yeah.
you know.
Well, of course it's got
Sky
a,
pilot of
course it-
yesteryear.
of course it's got a gas bag, but enough about Quinn.
I was gonna say something, but I realized it would have been about myself. So like, I was kind of like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Wear it
Thank
like
you.
armor, and they can never use it to hurt you.
Where did the dragon wings go?
The dragon wings
Forget
have
about
been
that.
turned into several things. Mostly, there's some sort of adjustment. I wouldn't call them wings, but flaps on the side.
Yeah.
Fins almost.
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
I believe some of that was also used in the construction of the gas bag
Correct.
itself.
Okay.
Oh, you've got that. The enchanted wood makes up the entirety of the superstructure of the fuselage of this ship.
Where did we put the big ballistas that we wanted?
There are several of them. There are two somewhere between medium and large size ballistas, one on each side, that you could use for chain harpoons to maybe do boarding actions against the non-existent other airships.
They are not
We agreed
ready.
that harpoons were also for Paradil to be able to easily zip line down from the airship to a place. That's what he said. We're sticking with it.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They
But
are-
you're also getting out in front of air combat by, you know, establishing your air superiority before there's anything to be superior over.
I think our air superiority is Paradil. We now have a flying gnome. Nothing can stop us.
It's fantastic. So you've got that.
Where does the bottom look like? 'Cause-
So there are several decks to the ship. I mean, the bottom of the ship looks like the bottom of a ship with like a keel and everything down there.
do we have any way to like, how does it land? Or do we have, do you
There,
just drop a rope from it?
there are landing struts that can be lowered.
Okay.
There's also towards the back of the ship, there's an area that folds down into sort of a rear cargo bay there.
Right.
That contains storage lockers for everybody's equipment.
And an assault vehicle was
The
that?
battle wagon, yes,
That is
which
under
just looks
construction.
like a reinforced wood wagon
Yeah.
made of this enchanted wood.
Awesome.
It's got a place that you could mount some sort of,
Something.
and it would have to be a beastly beast of burden to haul this thing around,
right.
which you can't quite find.
Now we've driven automobiles before. Does the Omega Project have the ability to make this thing mobile?
Maybe somebody from the project does.
Like Zero.
0.5 is still kicking
Didn't
around.
he build this thing? Well, we haven't gotten to drive it yet, so.
Yeah.
But he's the world's best pilot.
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah,
Zero's the world's
we're
best
working our
pilot.
way. We're working our way up to that.
Yeah.
So you've got the sort of cargo equipment bay down in the bottom. It's got the battle wagon. It's got storage lockers for everybody's stuff. The next sort of deck above that would have the galley with all of the things that Pregnart would need to make delicious and tasty meals for everybody.
fantastic.
Or any other chef if Pregnart is, busy doing other things.
Why would we ever do that to ourselves?
I don't know, because Zach wants to play Pregnart out in the field, and the rest of the crew shouldn't have to starve for that.
Oh, he's still cooking for us out in the field. If there's more than one day with Pregnart, he's the
Yes.
only one I would trust to cook anything.
Remember, the airship is going to be crewed.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that we'll have a backup chef.
Yeah, there's a backup chef. He's probably human, bald, and surly.
Pragnar can plan ahead.
Yes, his name.
He'll do some
it's
food
a man
prep
named
for the
Sue.
week.
He is the sous chef.
Sous chef.
Sue
Yes,
the
that's
sous
Literally
chef.
his name.
Sue the chef.
Is he being trained?
No,
Is he being trained by Pregnart?
no alternate chefs. Pragnar will have freezer meals for everybody that he'll rotate through and
He
need
keeps
be.
them next to the dragons.
Yeah.
The dragon eggs.
Sounds great. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll carry that forward. Also on that deck are crew quarters for
All of us.
yeah, there's just bunk racks for the rank and file folks, but for the actual heroes of the Kingdom of
I was
Vesh,
gonna say,
everyone has their
AKA
own small
interns,
room.
right? Yeah, that's what you meant by that.
Yeah.
There's got to be like
Interns and
12
the
of
other
them.
and the other probably dozen or so crew members that we haven't named yet that are aboard the ship.
Oh, the red shirts.
Yeah,
right.
we
Yeah.
probably have like a 30-person crew,
This is a big ship. It's
including
going to take
all
a
of
bunch
our
of people to run
side
this thing.
characters,
Yeah.
Plus any mechanics that are needed to keep this thing running because I mean this doesn't run itself.
Awesome.
The people who are going to be around to patch up the hull, things like that.
Great.
So as Jarrell and Mr. Black are making their way through the ship, they're going to head directly to like the helm, steering or whatever.
So the helm, which is a reasonably sized deck, it's still enclosed in the ship. It's probably just below sort of the observation deck there, but there are portholes and some other ways to view out.
Okay.
There's a scrying array that one could use like a periscope to see all around.
Cool.
And striding up and down the deck like he is the greatest thing that has ever happened is Omega Project Prototype Zero, Valen's Avatar of War, and the captain of this yet-to-be-named airship.
Does he have a captain's hat on?
Yes, he does. Actually, it's more of an admiral's because it's got the...
Wait a minute.
This was already
Hold on a
established,
second.
Quinn.
Dude,
Yeah.
call the episode right now.
Wait a
Don't
second.
even let him do anything.
No. Wait.
Wait a second,
Captain.
I'm the DM. Just silence his mic or something.
No, that would be great if you just sincerely hear it, like, just fading out.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
I know.
Wearing an admiral's hat, carrying a steaming mug of 10W40 that
No!
says "World's Greatest Airship Pilot."
Stop.
Like he is the king of the land.
This is not happening.
Can I intentionally fail to save on this one?
Also, can I
Um,
just
We
say?
already did.
Let me just say that a helmsman does not make a captain.
Thank you.
You're right, but he's still wearing the hat with the like the oak laurels on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
You may be the world's greatest stick and rudder man.
He's the
but
pilot. He's
I
the
don't
world's
know.
greatest
Yeah.
pilot.
Thank you for making me feel better, Paradol.
Just saying.
That's
Yeah.
really nice of you.
He might be the world's greatest captain. We still haven't found that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made an editorial decision not to put captain on the mug.
No.
You said pilot.
yes,
You did say
world's
pilot.
greatest
That's true.
airship pilot.
And the captain controls the pilot.
You're the only one with the title captain, Quinn. Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
Good.
Well, at least we're
Well, I
all
needed
on
to
the
make
sure
sure.
page there.
Mort is
Striding
going
up
to
and
call
down the deck. So anybody who goes up there would need to make the check against the mug. By the way,
I'm going to intentionally fail to save.
It's established canon. I believe it is an established rule that you can throw a save, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can't, I would like to.
Yeah.
Jarl doesn't care. Jarl doesn't care.
Mort is always going to call this guy the captain, by the way.
Wait a minute. It says pilot,
Mort knows him
Pilot.
as the
Good luck,
captain.
Quinn.
but it says pilot.
He's my captain.
But no.
Captain, my
Captain, my
captain.
captain.
Fuck. No.
Goose later! Do anything that you need.
I'm wildly obsessed with the pilot captain.
Lord Jarrell will be ready to set sail in the morning.
Glad to hear it, Zero.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're gonna turn to him?
I'm the one showing
He's
Mr.
the one
Black
who
to
is
the
showing
bridge.
Mr. Black. I haven't established where you are because you haven't said where you are.
I've been following the group.
Yes.
Thank you.
You've been following.
Oh my god.
I put Jarrell in charge of giving Mr. Black the tour.
And Jarl did a very good
Because you were
job.
drooling over the man.
That's not why.
Quinn's jealous, methinks?
A lot of insecurity going on.
I mean, that's been the story arc for the past 5 episodes, so might as well keep it up.
Captain Southwind,
Yes.
my ears still work. I can still hear you, and I'm in a pecking mood.
You just groan at him.
I did.
You know what? I think that's where I want to call this episode right
Wow, with the slap in the face.
now. So, If you like us, we can be found on the internet. We're in many places. We're on Reddit, /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Twitter @Hapless Heroes. We are on Instagram. I believe that's also Hapless Heroes. I don't go on Instagram, so I'm a little sketchy on that one. We're, let's see, Facebook, Hapless Heroes Podcast. We can also be found there. All of those places have some links. They have a couple of pointers. They'll take you to the crown jewel of our social media presence, which is our Discord server, where we can all be, we're all just a ping away, and we're generally, we go out of our way to make ourselves available for our listening audience. And there's plenty of good things going on, lots of good discussions. We've got regular listeners on there who contribute, you know, whether it's folks like Ryan Hawk who are absolute heroes with the If You Really Love Us, Thessie, who does a great job keeping up on Mort's various costume changes, and other people who are just their daily solid contributors.
Yeah.
Now, if you really, really love us, you can contribute to our Patreon. One of those things our Patreon does is lets you access a special extra channel in this Discord for patrons only, in which there's, you know, extra ritzy conversation and the ability to hear some of our greatest outtakes.
Yes, and they're also available on Patreon themselves, too.
Oh, it is? Well, that's
Yes,
fantastic.
the audio is available in both places.
Oh, that's really great. But your donations on Patreon, they help us, keep us in good equipment, and they've definitely assisted us in bringing the quality of this podcast up.
Yeah, it's gone a long way, guys, and I just can't thank all of you enough for your kind and generous donations. Like, I mean, just it's still like blows us away that like any of you think that we're actually worth the hard-earned dollars that you take home every week.
Could be kinder.
Don't listen to Peridot.
I had such a heartfelt message, and then you just had to come in there and just. And this
That's
is
my
why.
move.
Yeah.
Kneecap it.
Kneecap.
Friend sets it up, and I kneecap it.
Yeah. Now, if you really, really love us, you could also leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on Apple iTunes. We're on Google Play Music.
We are also now on Stitcher.
We're on, well, we've been on Stitcher, but we're now on Spotify.
Spotify is what I meant to say.
We're on Spotify.
We are on Spotify.
And
where I
Angry-
listen to.
There's
my
also an
own
Angry
podcast.
Beavers version, the Spotify.
Whoa.
Spoot.
Wow.
Speaking of Spotify,
And if you like us, right now you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal, disguise yourself as a Dickensian orphan with a lovable penguin sidekick, penguin sidekick. Make your way to an orphanage, and say, "Please, I have for naught in this world. Please let me into your stead and keep me warm during these cold winters." And they'll let you in, and you'll proceed to have charming little adventures in the orphanage. You know, you'll bake a funny cake for the headmaster's birthday, and be the star of the talent show one year, and then, and this is kind of the seed of it, you will when you feel like you need to move on, you'll write a lengthy letter and make one of those like bed sheet ropes and hang that out the window and escape in the dark of night. And in your lengthy goodbye letter, you'll tell everyone to listen to Hapless Heroes.
It's fantastic. It's inspired. And now we're going to outro our cast because I have literally nothing else I can add to that. On my left is Zach as Peridot Lincoln Woods.
Goodbye.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Until next time.
To his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I always have a plan.
To his left, we have... To his left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
But I'm the Lord and Captain.
And to his left, we have James as Hobblet the Smasher.
It's been real, friendos.
To his left, we have Massimo as Gorgeous Mort.
I stink. Honk.
And also joining us as a listener is our immoral support. And as our guest next week, we have Phil bringing us Hedrick the Entertainer.
I'll see you again next time.
My name's Dave. I've been your host. I've been your dungeon master, tormentor, and all these other things. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye. But
what's
I'm
that?
the captain.
James just snuck back in. He's got one more thing to say.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Hobblet. Just kidding. It's James.
Wait, what? I'm so
That was confusing.
That was great.
I am having another child, as we have previously mentioned.
Another child.
Another child. The green room. What is it?
No.
It's the green. It's the green light.
Maybe you'll figure it out later. I don't know.
flame. So the current child that I have is a budding Hobblet the Smasher and requires 24-hour eyes-on supervision, which my now very pregnant wife can no longer maintain. She has done her best up to this point, but I must bid the party adieu until after Hobblet number 2 is born, and I shall return to you all at a later date. Hit me up in the Discord, as my cell phone is pretty much attached to me with 2 kids. I love you all. Stay safe, friendos.
Hey, you're having a baby. It's a magical time.
I appreciate y'all.